the other day, and I said she's a mix between like Chris Saint Michelle and like Mary J. Blige because it's a little eclectic. It's like a funk and then like a kind of little round the way at the same time.
Round the way. Is that a nice way of saying ratchet? No.
No, not ratchet. No.
No, I honesty. Just I kind of write what I feel, and it comes out the way that it is. A lot of people compare me to different people, so this is the first time I've heard Chrisette, which I'm a fan of Chrisette and Mary, so I appreciate it. Thank you. You know, it's always scary when somebody compares you to somebody that you be like, oh, okay. You're like, yeah, okay, whatever you hear.
Right.
But no, that's a compliment. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I was looking at your last album. It's called
Purpose.
The Purpose. And tell me about that album. What was that about?
It was basically a melting pot of every song I had ever written or sang, or maybe just kind of played around with. And I started writing songs and recording them, not knowing that I was going to actually record an album. So if you ever listen to it from beginning to end, you'll see that it's mainly a roller coaster ride of songs and feelings, and me just kind of like pouring out my heart and my experiences up until that point in my life. Not really with a musical direction. I just did the songs that made me feel good. And then the difference between Purpose and Recovery, the sophomore album, I took a strategic approach to it, knowing who I wanted to work with, and I called out to those 4 producers that I wanted to work with, and we did it. So that's the difference in it, but it's all honest and real emotional, some like heartbreak songs, some songs that are very, ooh, I found a new love and I'm happy again, or I lost the love and I'm just as happy as I was,
right.
So.
So, okay, the recovery. I always wonder this when people write songs and albums. Were you going through something when you wrote this particular album?
Absolutely, going through and recovering from things. And that was the whole point of the album. I'm a walking experience. I'm a work in progress. I'm always discovering different aspects of myself. So here we are at the sophomore album, Recovery, and I discovered that I went from being one sort of a woman to basically my mom's little girl to my mom's little woman. You know what I mean? I'm still my mama's child, but at the same time, I started to recognize that I would actually go through some of the same things that she went through. Good, bad, ugly, cute, gorgeous, whatever. And you just kind of recover from a lot of things. You recover from being like just kind of complacently happy, and then you experience something and you just didn't know that you could be that happy. You're even happier. So that's even a recovery process to not get so stagnant in where we are, but to experience more in life. I always use the example of when we lay down at night and go to bed, our cells are regenerating. Our bodies are recovering from whatever we went through that day without trying. So that's what we do as a people. We get better and we recover from heartache. We recover from um, even having conversations with our loved ones and not knowing how to. So you figure it out. So that's what this album is all about. It's not just like heartache and pain. It's about knowing that you can be just as, you just don't know how happy you can be until you are.
Right, and I get that. It's funny, I was just having that conversation today. We were talking about how to communicate with people.
Absolutely.
Because you were saying how you transitioned from your mother's little girl to your mother's little woman.
Yeah.
And that is both a transition of, a physical transition and a spiritual transition at the same time. And it changes the dynamic of what you talk about.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people don't realize they're going through that transition. And even within that transition, you're recovering from a lot of things you've learned. And then you're learning things and knowing things yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I totally get that. Like, what song do you think on this latest album you released it in January, right?
Yes.
What song on that album would you say would pull people in and give them the true meaning of what the album is about?
Ooh, well, there is a title track on there called Recovery. It's more upbeat, but I have learned like people have a tendency to listen to words when it's more mid and slow. Recovery was one of those records where you got to listen to it to really see what I'm saying because it's such a hard and rugged beat produced by Kwame Holland. And there's a song on there called Better for Me and I'll Be Okay and Another Heartache, which of course talks about, you know, going through the heartache. Oh God, help me, Jesus. To you wake up one morning and you're like, yo, I'm good.
I'm okay.
Like I am perfectly fine. I'm gonna acknowledge the pain like acknowledge the work, do the work. And there's another record on there, Paper Heart. I love all of these records. I'm a little biased because I wrote them.
Right.
So, you know, in my head, I'm jamming.
Right.
Right next to you is that love song when you discover, I want to be somewhere. You know, I want to go out and have fun and do whatever, but I kind of want to just be with my boo thing.
Right.
And I could have a whole lot more fun. You know?
Exactly.
And I don't really want to take my boo thing with my other stuff and have fun. I just want to have him
Want
by
that
myself.
independent love.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a lot of, I got stories for all of these songs.
Look,
and you know,
I'm a story person, so
yeah.
if you could tell me a quick story about one of those songs, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, let's see. There is a record on there. It is, what is it? Of course, well, the single "Nobody But You." That song. A lot of people think that song is me being just head over heels in love with this guy. It was a lot of experiences, and that song came about. It was a lot of it's about the guy that I was dating at the time, but it's also about like my nephews and my nieces because I've never been an aunt before until a few years ago. So I got to the point where I didn't want to do anything but be with them. Nothing in the world mattered. It was just my life for a long, and it still is really. So Nobody But You was about them as well. Just cause my little niece, she's like, Auntie, you love me. And I'm like, what?
Beyond the moon.
Like she's 3 at the time.
Right.
And I'm like, how do you know to even ask me that? If I say yes, do you really know what love is? Like, what have I been doing as an aunt to show that I love you to where you're asking me if I still love you? So it's just, I don't know. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, don't cry. I totally get that. It's like, you know how you wanted love, and then when you truly know for yourself what love is, I think that's when you start to change because you do address whether or not the people around you are feeling the love that you actually have for you for them inside. And I look, I get it, and I understand it makes you emotional because you want to express and have them feel it with the same power that you have it. And so I get that. And I watched the video for Nobody But You. And I'm going to tell you what got me. It was the style. Because the style, I was like, she just transitions from like one look to another and is dope. And I was like, not many people can pull that off. I was like, she went from like sassy chick to glam into, there was one where he was like very natural. And I was like, that is so dope. And I like that. Like, do you have a particular style that you lean more towards, or are you more like a glam girl or like a natural kickback? Or
I am I go based on my feelings. You know what I mean? I get a lot of flack for my style. Like people they come in all the time. I mean, I don't care. I think it's awesome. But I'm not one trying to do anything. I wear what I want to wear because as an adult, I can do that now. And I think it comes from my upbringing. Like as a babe, as a little kid, I couldn't wear what I wanted to wear. I had restrictions. So, you hit like 19, 20, 21, you start experimenting, like, oh, I like the way this looks. Oh, I hate that. I like this. So, and then you meet your friends and go, oh, you look cute in that. Then you try and you're like, nah, that don't look, I'm just going to stick with what makes me feel comfortable. And I think with that video, I think a lot of people got what you got from it. And I really wasn't focused on the outfits so much as everybody going, like everyone that was there, and even the girl that made some of the outfits and some of the stuff that I made, it was like, this is so you. And it's like everything. And I'm a woman, so I can do that. I'm a natural girl. I press my hair sometimes. I have it in braids. I wear it out. I've dyed it for so many years prior to maybe 5, 6 years ago. I just stopped dyeing it, and then I recognized, oh my God, my hair is completely black. And I did not dye this. What has happened? So I'm still discovering so many things about me. That video was really fun with Chef Black, and I got a chance to do my aerials. It was just good. It was really good.
I was like, is she doing Cirque du Soleil? As he's playing the piano, you're coming down.
That Charlie Brown Lucy thing. It was fun.
That makes sense. Fun. It looked so like
as
so
he's ignoring me,
Yep.
He just like Schroeder. He was my Schroeder, and of course I'm his Lucy, and he's just focused on the music. And the interesting thing about that video is sometimes I'm the Schroeder, where I'm so focused on the music and so focused on my family and so focused on my life to where half of my life might just be passing me by. So, it happens.
I know the feeling. It happens. And
you talked about another song, Danger Zone.
Okay.
That song is that beginning little stage, when you meet the guy. And you're like, I don't know, this could really work. This could be the one. But there's a possibility that he could be crazy. Mm-hmm. So I don't know whether I should. I don't know if I should give my number or not. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. But that's that song about, and I love Danger Zone because it was so real and it was so. It's dangerous. Love is very, very dangerous. Yeah. It's fearful, but that's what love is. It's patient and kind, but you can't have love without. Even people that got married, 9th grade, been married, and they're like 93 now, I'm sure that was a painful experience that they've had because they did love each other so much. They stuck it out. So you got to kind of know the opposite of what love is.
Absolutely, and that's the thing, a lot of times you don't know the depth of what something is until you feel the opposite of what it was.
The polarity of it is important. You don't know hot until you know what cold is. Exactly. You don't know,
And that's the thing. Where do you see your music going now? Like, you've gone through the purpose.
Yeah.
You've had your recovery. So, and I know right now you're promoting recovery. However, I feel like you're a 10 steps ahead type of person. So where do you see?
I wish.
You're not. I feel like that's where you are because as you were flowing through the other music, you were seeing.
I was seeing new stuff, and I'm definitely still on my journey. I'll always be in recovery of something because I feel like that's how we grow. Things have to go through a lot of friction in order to become beautiful and grow and such. So, I was at a happy place when I recorded recovery. I don't tend to write the songs while I'm going through it. I just remember the experiences sometimes, and then I go, oh yeah, I was hurting on this day for these many hours. So let me blah 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 blah. And a lot of times people take the music as, oh, it's so sad, but it's not. It's me sharing my experience with you, and 9 times out of 10, you'll probably go back to that song. This one song may not reflect something in your life, but some point in your life, it doesn't have to be about a guy. It could be about your job. It doesn't have to be about anything relationship oriented. It could just be something that you are going through and you're just trying to get to the other side of it. So I'm just one of those people that I talk about life experiences and who knows what'll happen next. I never thought I would be an aerialist, but I did it and I don't know, so much changed in me when I started. Like just my body became more flexible. I gained strength, but not just physically, my mind. It was my spirit. My spirituality, it got stronger. And this is just from doing something that was fun and from a group home.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that. Like, what got you into?
Well, my manager, I'm an adrenaline seeker. So
okay.
I'll do the skydiving thing. I'll do like a snowboard. I'll do all that. That's fun for me. That's the opposite of the music. And those are some things. It's like I could never incorporate snowboarding into my music. I could never incorporate skydiving into the music. So it was perfect. And then he's like, well, he sent me to a trapeze school for my birthday. So I'm just jumping, yay, wee. And I see these ribbons hanging. I was like, what is that? So I try it and I stuck with it. I loved it. And it's a hobby for me. But the guitar was a hobby as well. So what happens with me, I start to dive into things as a hobby. And then my mom or somebody, my mom or someone we had a little interruption there, she said, oh, you should do that in the show. Or you should do this. I'm like, Mom, no. Being obedient. I'll try it. So it's still a hobby, and I love doing it. I'm really happy when I do that. I'm happy when I get from flying, Yeah, so I love learning new things.
How long ago did you start?
This is July 2014. I started towards the end of 2012, beginning of 2013. I think, yeah.
What can we expect from your show?
Tonight at Amos South End, I think it's gonna be I won't be doing aerials. But just good music. I'm gonna do some songs from Purpose and some songs from Recovery, and just kind of be entertaining, just like do my job and feed whatever I'm supposed to feed. You know what I mean? And hopefully everybody will enjoy the music. And if they don't, then they can just be quiet. They
Break it down. We gotta go. I'm gonna try this again. Let me go here. Hold on. So, I don't want